Everyone knows the debate about the existence of heaven and hell. In this story, we will see how these realms would act towards a human who lived a life of misdeeds and wrongdoings. Upon dying, his soul undoubtedly goes to suffer for eternity, while his punishment only considers him one among many. One day, feeling bored, they decide to play with him, breaking rules just for entertainment. How will this end? To find out, let's start from the beginning. In 1980, in South Korea, a boy named Sunghoon was born into a humble family. When he was 3 years old, a new member joined the family, a little sister named Eunjin. Sunghoon always loved protecting her from anything that could harm her. Years passed until she turned 15, and a group of boys began to ask her for money, chase her home, and even make obscene comments. This angered her beloved brother, who started to devise a way to take revenge without anyone else knowing. After becoming almost an obsession, he thought of something that would make them lose the desire to behave that way. The plan he devised was to get the phone number of the leader of the group by pretending to be a girl to flirt with him and then humiliate him. This was cruel but innocent compared to choosing physical violence. Getting his number and making him believe he was talking to a girl was easy. He then dedicated the months from June to August to chatting, building up illusions until they wanted to meet face to face. They decided to meet on a Saturday in a park that wouldn't be busy at night. What Sunghoon didn't expect was that the leader would bring 2 friends along, thinking he could show off the girl. This changed the fate that could have been his. Days passed, and the time came to meet in that place. When the group of 3 arrived and only he was there, it was time to reveal the truth. Sunghoon disclosed his intentions and recorded the leader's reaction with his phone. After crying from humiliation, the leader asked his friends to hold Sunghoon so he could hit him. Suddenly, he was held by the arms, but instead of fear in his eyes, there was pure hatred. Surprising the boys, he broke free and, after throwing them to the ground, headed towards the leader, hitting him until he fell, hitting his head on a bench. Taking advantage of the situation, he fled. The next day, they found the leader of the group in the park where he fell after the blow. When a neighbor took him to the hospital, the doctor reported that he had been dead since the night before. Since the town was small, the news spread like wildfire, reaching the ears of Sunghoon and Eunjin. Their reactions were opposite. She was glad, thinking karma had helped her with her harassers. He, on the other hand, felt consumed by guilt, a feeling that accompanied him until the end of his days. The other 2 boys never approached their family again, and what had happened could not be resolved. Years passed, and Sunghoon couldn't straighten out his life. He only had some temporary jobs, his relationships were sporadic, and he spent weekends drinking in a place near his rented apartment, as he couldn't afford one of his own. In the end, he died of a heart attack in his bed at the age of 40.